Hello, welcome back to Citizen Pew. This is Citizen Pew Commentary, and today I will be doing a firearm review on the Smith Wesson SD40 VE. This guy right here. This particular firearm was not a normal purchase of mine, and that's one of the reasons why I have decided to do a review on it. The purchase of this firearm was really because of the results of the ammo shortage and the pandemic, and I'll explain all that here in a minute. Before I do, you know the drill. I'm going to show you my website at citizenpew.com. Here's the home page. Got a gallery page. Got some updates coming to that. I'm going to be doing a big update this weekend on the website to add new images and modify the videos tab here. So you'll start seeing the gun reviews on either the left or right. I'm not sure how I'm going to arrange that yet. Of course, I have Pew gear that you can look at. If you see anything you like, you can feel free to purchase and support the channel. And then I've got the best tab, the links tab, which I will be adding to this too this weekend. And basically links to manufacturers, links to, all kinds of stuff. You know, feel free, go to citizenpew.com and check it out. So let's get into the backstory of why I purchased, excuse me, oh, my nose is tickly. Why I purchased this firearm right here. So back when the ammo shortage first started coming out, the pandemic had just been announced really. This is January, February's time frame. 9mm ammo started it was being bought up like nothing else. And 9mm is my primary firearm caliber. Now I have plenty of 9mm. I wasn't so much worried about it being all bought up. But I do like to go out and practice often. And so one of the places I normally buy ammo at, they were all out of 9mm. They hadn't implemented any limitations yet, but they had a ton of 40 cal. And I've never had a 40 caliber pistol. So I said, well, I can pick up, they had tons of 40 cal ammo. And I think when I bought this, the Smith & Wesson here, I think, I remember, I either picked up 300 or 400 rounds when I bought it because it was available. And so I saw the 40 caliber ammo, and I said, well, you know what, maybe I need to get into a 40. And so I really just looked at what they had, and this was the cheapest 40 caliber model they had. And I said, well, I'll get it. I'll see what I think. And if nothing else, I can take it to the range and, get a little bit of practice in with it, or just a little shooting in with it, and not, deplete my 9mm as fast as I may if I just shot 9mm while I was out practicing. So I picked it up, and I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with it ever since. So it's really, I tell you what, it's amazing. There's nothing really special about it. Per se, as compared to certain other firearms, other than it has shot every time, and it's super easy to take apart and clean. And I have no complaints about it, none at all. And it's amazing because it was a firearm I wasn't even really, I hadn't done any research on. I wasn't really looking forward to getting into a 40 cal, and now that I have one, I've been considering other 40 cal platforms. So let me jump over here to Smith and Wesson's website. It's like a tongue twister there. And so here, this is the model right here. It's the SDVE, or the SD40 VE for the 40 caliber. And you can see here that it MSRP's for $389. I think it was actually a little cheaper than that when I bought it. I think it was around like $349. So I don't know if the price has gone up, or the place I bought it just had gotten a deal from the distributor or whatever. So, but you can get it in a 9mm, it looks like. You can get it with fiber optic sights. I did not get those two options, of course. And there's no thumb safety on it. So it does have the little trigger safety, which, let's see if we can get a picture of that up here. There we go. You can see where it has the split trigger. So you have to pull down on the bottom half of the trigger in order for the actual trigger action to occur. If you're only pulling down on the top, part there, you will not get a fire. So let's move on down to the specs. So self-defense trigger for optimal consistent pull, first round to last round. And I will say that the trigger pull is pretty consistent. That is pretty nice. It has a dovetailed white dot sights, standard Picatinny style rail, and that's in the front here, which you can see. Let me go back up here. I got their pictures available. Bam! There you go. There's the Picatinny rail on the front. I have not attached anything to it. I can't tell you how well it holds, but it is like any polymer frame. It's the same sturdiness as my Glock or anything else. All right, ergonomic texture grip, as you can see right here. And I'll tell you one thing. I'm a little. I've had a couple firearms that I've held where the grip is just way too aggressive, and it's actually more uncomfortable, especially if you got a tight squeeze. So, and I've seen that deter people with, let's say, just say smaller hands or softer hands. So I will say that the grip on it is really just about right, for the texture level on it. Let's see here, textured finger locator. I don't know if, yeah, you can, I think that's what they're talking about right there. Maybe, I don't know. But let's move on. Aggressive front and back strap texturing, distinctive two-tone finish, and front and rear serrations. So I do like the two-tone on it. I think that I like two tones. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the whole classic all blued out is a nice look too, but I do like this two-tone quite a bit. You know, I like a variety in my firearms, and so this is, I'm trying to think here, I think this is actually one of the few I have that's two-tone, where the polymer portion of it is black and the slide and the barrel are stainless. So yeah. All right, moving on. So it has a 10+1 capacity and no thumb safety, yep, fixed 2-dot, striker fire, textured polymer grip, stainless steel barrel material, stainless steel slide material. The frame is polymer and the slide finish is a satin finish. Frame finish is black. Barrel length is 4 inches. So there we go. Now, for those of you who, let me get back over here to the main. For those of you who might not know how this trigger works, I'll see if I can demonstrate it. I do have the firearm unloaded, which there's another feature that wasn't mentioned on this about this firearm, which I think is important to mention. And that's, it has a little indicator here. So if you actually had a round in there, you would see brass through that hole, or I guess steel if you were using a steel shot. So that's kind of a neat feature. I'm always used to just pulling back on the slide and seeing if there's a round in there. Of course, I store all my firearms that are not home defense ready. I store them all empty and in a safe. So, and even when I pull them out, I check them empty just in case I screwed up. And it's one of those things that you just practice that over and over and over again. It becomes second nature. But moving forward, I wanted to show you, if you're not aware of how these triggers work. So let's see if I can get a good, if I can get in here around my mic and get a good scene. Okay, there we go. So focus, there we go. So you have to pull back on this back part. So if I just pull back on the back there, yep, nothing's happening. No trigger movement. You have to have this piece pushed to get the trigger to move. So a lot of you, I'm sure, you know that. But for anybody who's new to firearms and has come across this channel, that is something to consider. Some firearms actually have a different type of split where it's almost like the trigger in the center part is on a swivel instead of the bottom half. So there's a couple different ways that manufacturers do this, just so you're aware. One other thing I do like is the slide release is actually metal. A lot of them, you'll see that it's metal with a plastic cap on it or something like that. I do like this. This one is metal. I just think that's a little bit more. I know it doesn't probably look aesthetically as nice as some, but it I think it's more rigid and lasts a long time. So there we go. That's the firearm. I got a little bit of footage to show you. Like I said, I wasn't originally planning on doing a review on this firearm, but like I said, because of the reason I purchased it, I thought it was worth doing, because we're in a time period where, you know, some of us might not have ever planned on, you know, not being able to find ammo. Now, like I said, a lot of us probably had enough ammo to get through it, you know, and but for the new gun owners, the new firearm owners, or the people who are getting into it, this is something to think about down the line. You know, I think around 08, 09 we had a shortage. You couldn't find 22 ammo for anything. So it's not a bad idea to have a couple calibers of firearms just in case something like this happens again. So I have a variety. I just didn't have a 40. I had plenty of other firearms I could shoot, but like I said, I was able to pick up either 300 or 400 rounds of ammo when I bought this, and you know, it gave me something to practice on. And since then, 40 cal disappeared just like everything else eventually. But I have been able to find 40 cal since, and in the last probably month and a half, I've probably picked up another 200, 250 rounds. So, but it does give me something that I can take to the range, and you know, I enjoy shooting it, and it doesn't lets me go to the range and not just shoot a 9mm and use up all my 9mm ammo. So it gives me an alternative there. Anyhow, let's move over to the footage. I just have, like I said, I wasn't planning to do a video, so I only have one mag worth of shooting. So let's look at that real quick. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I got one hit.
You did good.
All right, like I said, that was just one mag unloaded. I've 200-300 rounds through this thing now. I don't know. I've shot a lot through it. Well, a lot relatively, a few hundred rounds, and like I said, I've never had an issue with it. Never had a problem. Cycles every time. Breaks down super easy. Really easy to clean. I can have this thing tore down and cleaned in about 20 minutes flat, and that's doing a pretty thorough clean. So that's my opinion on it. Like I said, I'm not a big 40 cal person. This is the only one I actually have, but because of it and the circumstances that led me to purchase it, I'll probably be buying another 40 cal down the line. I'm guessing. I've been looking at them and trying to figure out, you know, which one I might like, which one would be a worthy purchase for a second 40 cal. But I do have a long list of desired firearms, so we'll see when that time comes, if it does and when. Anyhow, that's my video, guys. Let me know what you think. If you have this firearm, let me know. You know, what are your thoughts on it? If you shoot 40 cal, if that's your caliber, let us know. You know, put some comments in the comment section. How does 40 relate to 9? What do you think? Like it better, worse, whatever? Like I said, all my stuff is 9mm. That's my carry gun, and my home defense firearm is 9mm. The pistol is, at least. So it'd be interesting to hear other people's thoughts. So, and once again, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, you know, subscribe. If you're not sure if you like the channel, watch some other videos. I'm trying to improve. I've only been doing this for maybe a few months now, so I'm learning as I go, but I will tell you, I am trying to make it the best I can. So give it a shot and subscribe if you like it. Anyhow, we'll talk to y'all next time.